Hi VC, this is Kostis, and this is my entry to Ranking the Obscures. Let me introduce myself contest. Um, I wasn't really aware of this particular channel. I just found about it through Berwickshire Mike's contest entry, but I checked some of his videos. And I should say the person's name is Iain. He's from the UK. It's a really nice channel, and I found the idea for this particular contest very nice, very clever. So basically, Ian wants us to compile side A from C60 cassette tape, and so basically 30 to maximum 31 minutes of songs, and these songs should say something about our tastes in music, music that has influenced us, and yeah, the way I decided to go with this was to include stuff that I always liked and still like my historically favorite bands, and yeah, it was hard to not include some of them. So actually, I have included them, and of course, I also had to choose. Tracks with short durations so I can fit in as much as I could in less than 30 minutes. So okay, I have this mixed up. Okay, so first track, Nirvana, Nevermind, and the track is Territorial Pissings, the song that starts side B. Yeah, just a fantastic punk rock rager. This is to showcase my love of alternative rock, 90s alternative rock, and indie rock and punk rock, and yeah. But I also had to include some, let's say, proper hardcore punk, um, and I could easily have gone with Black Flag or Minor Threat, two bands that I discovered early on when I was growing up and are still one of my favorite bands ever. But I'll be showing the middle class. I discovered these guys a few years ago, and yeah, I was blown away. This is a compilation uh, of two of their earlier EPs, and it also has some early demos and sessions. And the track I'm going is Out of Vogue, this one, and you can see it's only 1 minute long. Uh, I have read this is probably the first ever hardcore punk release. Uh, I mean, historically, but maybe it was Black Flag's first EP. I'm not really sure, but it's mind blowing how good and how hardcore this is for 1978. These guys, I think, are from Indiana. I'm sure all you people in the States are very aware of them. I wasn't. Um, okay, uh, so, but I also like experimental rock and rock with, weird tunings and noisy guitar rock. So, Sonic Youth, the sister album from 1987, and the track I'm choosing is Beauty Lies in the Eye. It is sung by Kim Gordon, which I love, of course, and it's more, it's not so much of a rocker track, but it's, a little bit laid back, a little bit haunting, psychedelic for sure. Yeah, just a great track from one of my favorite Sonic Youth albums. But then I also, I mean, if Sonic Youth helped yeah, kickstart the whole indie underground, and you know, they were signed to a major label and helped other labels, other artists like Nirvana, you know, be more famous. The band that really started it all and actually laid out the much of the basis of the sound of what the American indie rock would sound in the following years. And actually, the first band to ever sign to a major label is these guys, Husker Du, one of my favorite bands ever. This is an Arcade, their I guess third full length. It's where they began to, you know, move away a little bit for hardcore punk, although they always actually had, except from the first record, which is, you know, non-stop hardcore, which is recorded live, but they always had some pop influences, even from the beginning. I have a nice box set which has, you know, demos and stuff, very early stuff. You can hear that they were into more poppy sounds as well. And yeah, and the track I'm choosing, just over 1.5 minutes, it's Never Talking to You Again, which features both Grant Hart and Bob Mould on vocals. Yeah, it's not characteristic of a track for Husker Du because it's an acoustic track, but I mean, yeah, apart from that, all the Husker Du sound and melodies, it's there. It's a great track, and it's very short, so I had to include it. And then I'll be moving to electronic music because I like electronic music very much. And one of my more favorite bands from you know, the 90s are Boards of Canada, the UK duo, IDM, ambient, abstract hip hop influenced duo. This is an earlier EP from 1996, and I won't be including a track from this EP. I will be including the track called Roy G. Beef from their 1998 debut, 1998 album, which I own on CD, and it's in my car right now, and I was very lazy and didn't want to go downstairs to pick it up. And so Roy G. Beef, like the spectrum of light, you know, red, orange, yellow, so on. Yeah, just a fantastic 2 minute and 42 seconds something track. Just yeah, if you haven't listened to it, okay, I will most probably leave links to every single song I picked, so you could listen to it. And then I will be showing yet again this album. This is, I think, the third time I've shown it, but yeah, I can help it because it's one of my favorite albums ever. This is Lena Platonos, a Greek electronic music pioneer. This is her first album, Sabotage, from 1981, and I'm including the 2.5 minute track Tisi 201. In English, it could be called Flight 201. Yeah, just a very sweet electronic music track right there. And okay, now I'm switching gears. I'm including Syd Barrett. The album, of course, is The Madcap Laughs, his first personal album from 1970. The track is Golden Hair. Yeah, I just love this album. I like it as much as I like the first two Pink Floyd records, which and the two Pink Floyd records are actually my favorite Pink Floyd records. Although I do like the later stuff as well. And yeah, I just love this record and especially the Golden Hair song. Yeah, this I like it so much. This CD has also some bonus tracks with different takes and some false starts or some takes that Sid Barrett just messes it all up completely. But I even like this. Yeah, it's just fantastic. Some more folk music, uh, but more contemporary. This is Aldous Harding, my favorite singer-songwriter, contemporary singer-songwriter. She's from New Zealand. I've talked about her previously, of course. This is her third album, Designer, and the track I'm going with is Heaven is Empty. It's probably the longest track I've picked so far, but I had to include it. It's very nice. So Aldous Harding is, yeah, like I said, it's she's a singer-songwriter. Uh, she doesn't always, do folky stuff. She also does some more art poppy stuff. Yeah, just excellent. I love her. And then I had to include something to showcase the fact that I listen to music from various parts of the world. So I'll be showing Tamicrest. This is a band from Mali. And because I listen to much desert blues music, as it's been called lately, and this I think this is their first album, Adar, and the track I'm going with is track 2, Aiha or Aisha, I'm not sure, can't remember how he pronounces it. I was so lucky that I saw them this summer live in my hometown, Thessaloniki. They were really great. Yeah, fantastic band. Label is Glitterbeat, Glitter House. Okay, yeah. So it was before Glitter House became Glitterbeat. Anyway. Okay, then an artist, one of my most favorite artists ever, and I'm going back to the 70s now. David Bowie. This, of course, a single from Low, as you can see, and Sound and Vision, a great song. I mean, I like, yeah, I actually like all Bowie's 70s albums. I just chose this one because I happen to own it in single, which is, yeah, not in very good shape. Anyway, the record is though, and yeah, it's a short track, so I had to include some David Bowie, so Sound and Vision. And okay, the next one, yeah, post-punk, 80s, dark stuff, gothic stuff. Yeah, Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart, one of my favorite songs ever. Need I say more? I haven't actually ever met a single person that doesn't like this song. And last but not least, track 13, to showcase that I also love, synth pop and new romantic stuff and synth wave and new wave and 80s stuff. I'll be showing Soft Cell from their first album, Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret, and the track I chose is Youth, a mellower track than most of the tracks in the album, but it's very I don't know. It really resonates with me. I don't know why. I like Mark Alban, of course. I love Mark Alban. I like the way he sings that song in particular. Yeah, a little bit melodramatic, but yeah, he's Mark Alban, right? He's great. Anyway, that was my virtual tape, side one of my virtual tape. Uh, Thanks to Ian, and I hope you all jump into this. It would be very interesting for me to see what you compile yourselves. And yeah, thank you. Bye bye.